back at the Megatron racetrack in British Columbia, Canada. Every year, Megs Brap creates a track for the Traction E-Rag coaching sessions and as a testing ground for experiments. 2-stroke versus 4-stroke, Jap Crap versus Eurotrash, and more. Megs has created the latest track to deliberately resemble male genitals. So we hope riders will rise to the challenge, so to speak. Today's challenge, it's the Megatron herself, the happiest and brappiest Megs Brap, the Canadian pocket rocket. In the opposing corner, it's the master of disaster, the Gumby himself. And when he's not gumbling, he's fumbling, or just trapped underneath his upside down bike. So today it's boy versus girl, 4-stroke versus 2-stroke, and Japan versus Austria. And we are off. I think Megs will be on my rear fender for the entire lap, especially in this first tight section where I know Megs just whips the 2-stroke between the trees. Ugh, I really mess up this corner. Megs almost rams me. A bit of chivalry here. I avoid roosting Megs by not accelerating too hard. It might add a second to my lap time, but my mum always taught me not to roost other riders. Who said chivalry was dead? I am riding the Honda CRF 250 RX. After I came to grips with riding a 4-stroke again, I loved riding the little thumper around this track. It's designed as a cross-country racer, so it was just about perfect in these conditions. And pretty much everyone who rode it on the Megatron track agreed. This first lap, my aim was to go as fast as I could, but still maintain good technique. On our second lap, my aim was to back off slightly with very surprising results. More on that later. I think I caught Megs by surprise here. This was the only time I really opened up the little Honda. Man, these 250 4-strokes put out ridiculous power nowadays. But of course Megs catches me quickly under brakes. That is one of her strengths. Standing while braking and then suddenly slip down onto the seat right up the front and leg out. This is one of the things I was particularly focusing on during my laps of the Megatron. Regular viewers will know I'm actually not interested in riding fast. I haven't done it for years. But this was an interesting experiment in terms of maintaining good technique, or trying to, while under pressure. When pursued by a better rider, so often our technique does go to shit. So I'm really focusing on that with this lap, while at the same time trying to go as hard as I can. And as mentioned, the second lap, fascinating, because I actually backed off so I could really focus on the technique and stop worrying about speed, with results that surprised everyone. I was actually quite happy with this lap. I expected the combination of trying to do proper technique but also ride as fast as possible was going to make me come undone. And yet there was really only the one slight mistake on that early corner.
That was fun.
Actually, that was pretty clean for me.
And so what did our Traction E-Rag research team conclude? It proves girls are faster than boys, 2-strokes are faster but very smelly, and that wearing matching gear definitely makes you a faster rider. If you are interested, our much longer supporters vid includes the second lap, a comparison of lap times, and riding tips for this sort of track. Catch you later.